good morning, all the students of class 10. Today we are going to start exercise 1.4, that is basically dealing with decimals. So decimals, as you all are aware about the decimals that we are having, basically the decimals are terminating and non-terminating. Number 1, decimal is terminating and number 2, non-terminating repeating decimal. Repeating decimal. So terminating decimal and non-terminating and repeating decimal, we are having these two types of decimal basically. But beside that, there are one more decimal which is non-terminating and non-repeating decimal. First we will discuss about terminating decimal. I have already told you all that if any rational number is having its denominator as 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n, you need to check the denominator of the given rational number, and if the prime factors of the denominator of a rational number is coming 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n, like this form where m and n both are positive integers, then you can say the decimals are terminating decimal. And another is non-terminating repeating decimal. Actually these two are the forms of a rational number itself, that means both the numbers are rational. And one more decimal is there, which is in the form non-terminating and non-repeating. Non-terminating and non-repeating. Non-repeating decimal. So here if I will discuss about non-terminating repeating decimal, that means you understand that it must having the recurring sign, that means it possesses the recurring sign. But here non-terminating non-repeating decimal does not have any recurring sign. Why? You know that such type of decimals are, suppose I want to write, you know that if I am going to write such a number where you cannot put a recurring sign, then you know that this type of numbers are irrational numbers. This type of numbers are irrational number. So if I will talk about terminating decimal or non-terminating repeating decimal, both the decimals, the decimal terminating and non-terminating, both the decimals are having. And the third type of decimal which I am talking about today, that is non-terminating non-repeating, and its form is 0.101001. Then again I have given 000, then I have given 40, like that any number is coming appearing to you, that means you cannot give a recurring sign over there. That means such type of numbers are irrational number, because you cannot write it in the form of p by q. You cannot write this number in the form of p by q, because the number which are rational number, they can be written in the form of p by q itself. So let us see the questions based upon this fact, that is exercise 1.4. Let us observe the question, then the thing will be more clear to you that what I am exactly telling you all. Here suppose just you turn exercise 1.4, and here question number 1, that you can see that it is written without actually performing the long division, state whether the following rational numbers will have a terminating decimal expansion or a non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. You are not allowed to divide the number without dividing it. You have to guess whether the given numbers are terminating or non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. So, let us see question number 1. Suppose first question I am taking over here. This is 13 upon 3125, that is 13 upon 3125. First of all, what I am going to do, I am just going to do the prime factor of this 3125. Then 5 6 are 30, 5 2 are 10, 5 5 are 25. Again by 5 you will see that 125 will come. Again by 5 25 will come. Again by 5 you can see 5 is coming. That means how many 5 is appearing to you? 1 2 3 4 5. That means you can see that this number is in this form 5 to the power 5. So either you are having the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n, either 2 is there or 5 is there, or 2 and 5 both are there. That means clearly it is a terminating decimal. It is a terminating decimal, and in this question they are asking that what type of decimal. Just you can write it is a terminating decimal. Terminating decimal. It is terminating decimal. Why it is terminating decimal? Why it is terminating decimal? Because since the denominator is of the form 2 to the power 0 into 5 to the power 5. Why I have written 2 to the power 0? Because there is no 2. 2 is not there. So I can write it 2 to the power 0 into 5 to the power 5, which is in the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n. Since the denominator is of the form 2 to the power 0 and 5 to the power 5, which is in the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n, where m and n are non-negative integers, where m and n are non-negative integers. So due to this fact, you can write your answer that 13 upon 3125, that may be written as 13 upon 5 to the power 5, and which is a terminating decimal. And why it is terminating? Because as you can see that when you are doing the prime factorization of 3125, it is coming in the form 5 to the power 5. Exactly, you can see there is no 2. There is no 2, so you can write it 2 to the power 0 into 5 to the power 5, which is clearly the form of 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n. So the given number is a terminating decimal. Okay. So like that you can write your answer over here, that this number is terminating decimal. So now I hope that now it is clear to you. So just copy it down and let us see one more question I am going to state you all, that is 7 upon, second number question is 17 upon 8. It is 17 upon 8. So first of all you are going to check the prime factorization of the denominator, that is coming 2 to the power 3. That means it is clear that this number is also having the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n. because if you will check it, then it can be written as 2 to the power 3 into 5 to the power 0. That means it is having the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n. So, you can say that it is also a terminating decimal. It is also a terminating decimal. I hope that now it is clear, and if you want to write the reason here, you can write it like that. The statement you can change. It's your wish that here the denominator is of the form, here denominator is which form, 5 to the power 0, or just you can write 2 to the power 3 into 5 to the power 0. You can clearly you can see that which is of the form, which form 2 to the power n into 5 to the power n. Clearly 5 to the power 0 means 1. You know that 5 to the power 0 means 1. So that it is clear that it is of the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n, where m and n both are, where you can write it, where m and n both are non-negative integers. Both are non-negative integers. Therefore, it is clear that therefore the given number is a terminating decimal. The 17/8 will have a terminating decimal expansion. Therefore, 17/8 will have terminating decimal. Terminating decimal expansion. So, now you can see that I am not sticking at the statement. Okay, statement is very flexible over here. You can write the statement by your own ways. Here just you need to understand and check that whether the denominator of the fractions or a rational number must have the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n. Now, after doing two questions 1 and 2, you are clear that how to decide the whether the given rational numbers are having terminating decimal expansion or a non-terminating decimal expansion. So, beside that, sometimes you may see the numbers written in decimal expansion, they have non-terminating, non-repeating decimal form. Actually, they are the irrational numbers, they are not a rational number. So, here in question number 1, you have to do the prime factor of all the denominators and check whether it is coming in the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n or not. If it is coming in that form, that means the decimal expansion is surely a terminating decimal. So, like that you can do all these questions over here. Now, let us see few more questions I am taking. Now, sometimes you are having, suppose a number, I am taking question number 6 this time, the question number 1, 6. Here the question is 23 upon 2 to the power 23 upon 2 to the power 3 into 5 to the power 2, 5 to the power 2. So, by just after looking the denominator, you can say that here denominator is of the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n. That means clearly it is a terminating decimal expansion. Okay. So 2 to the power 3 into 5 to the power 2 is clearly in the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n. That means it is a terminating decimal. So just you can write your answer, it is a terminating decimal. Terminating decimal. So if in MCQ type questions or fill in the blanks type questions, this question you are getting, then directly you can write your answer. And here you need to write some reasons why it is a terminating decimal. The same statement we will repeat. Here you will write here why, the reason I am writing here, denominator is equal to 2 to the power 3 into 5 to the power 2, which is of the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n, and m and n are where m and n are non-negative integers. So this is the reason that why I am telling that this rational number is terminating decimal. So you can write it like that, and beside that you can write the reason that why you have given this answer, that it is a terminating decimal. So I hope that this question number 1 is clear to you all. Okay. Okay, I hope that now it is clear to you all. So 1 number question we will do. Now I am going to do question number 2 of this exercise. The question number 2, you can see question number 2 is there. Write down the decimal expansion of those rational number in question 1 above which have terminating decimal expansion. Now you need to write these numbers in decimal form. So let us see how to write these questions in decimal form. So question number 2, 1. Again you will be coming back in question number 1 itself, because here in 1 number question you need to just state that whether the given numbers are terminating or non-terminating decimal. But in question number 1 you need to write the decimal expansion of the given rational numbers. So how you will be doing this? Let us see. Question number 1, again I am going back, the number is same, 3125. It is 3125. So it can be written, just I have told you, we have seen the prime factors of 3125. The prime factors of 3125 is 5 to the power, that is 5 to the power 5 to the power 5. So when I am going to change this number into decimal form, what I will be doing? I will be just trying to manage the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n. So I am multiplying numerator and denominator both side by 2 to the power 5. Then what will be benefit you are getting over here? First of all, you multiply 13 into 13 2 to the power 5, 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. That means it is giving you 32. 2 to the 4, 2 the 8, 2 the 16, 2 the 32. And here you are getting 5 into 2 to the power 5. So ultimately when you are going to multiply 13 and into 32, you are getting a number 416, and add down you are getting 10 to the power 5. It means clear that you have to shift your decimal 5 digit right to left side. You are aware about this thing. If you are having any confusion, you can write it like this form also, just you put 50, just you can put 50. So here 416 upon 1 upon 50, then you can write it 0.00416. Here if you are understanding that how after how many place of decimal it will terminate, for this you can just check that the given denominator is in which form. Sometimes you are getting only 5 to the power 5, or you are getting a number where the radicals, where the powers are not matching. Suppose one number is having power 5, another number is having power 2, then you must know that the maximum power you have to see. You have to see the maximum power, and accordingly you have to equalize the power. You have to equalize the power so that you can change it in the form of 1 upon 0. That means if here 10 to the power 5 is there, that means 5 digit back you can shift the decimal, or decimal can be shifted from right to left side after 5 digits. So you can write your answer. Sometimes they are asking the question, after how many place of decimal it will terminate. So if I am giving you a question that 13 upon 3125 will terminate after how many place of decimals, directly you can say that it will terminate after 5 place of decimal. Why? Because here you can get 5 to the power 5. So by looking at the power or the exponent, just you can check that after how many place of decimal the given number is going to terminate. I hope that whatever I am telling you, you are understanding it. So let us see one more question for more clearance. So here second number question is your 17 by 8. Okay, so without the division, without long division, you want to change this number into decimal form. How you will write? So first of all you can write it like this. What you are getting? 2 to the power 3. Now to make it 1 upon 0, what we need to do? We need to multiply it by 5 to the power 3 and divide it also 5 to the power 3, both sides. So you will have the number now 17 upon 5 into 5 into 5. Here you are having 125, and here you can see that it is 2 into 5. It is 2 into 5 and to the power 3. So actually now you need to multiply 17 into 125. 17 into 125, if you will multiply, it will give you 2125. It will give you 2125, and upon here 10 to the power 3. That means after 3 place of decimal it will terminate, because here power is 3. So 1, 2, 3, that means it is 2.125, and it is your answer. So this is also clear. Okay, but sometimes, once again I am repeating that you are having the question, you will get a rational number, and in the question they will be asking that after how many place of decimal the given rational number will terminate. For that what you will do? Just you will check the denominator, and there you are going to check the power of 2 or 5. Whatever power is more, after that many place of decimal it will be going to terminate. So now it is clear. Question number 2 also you can do. So now I am looking at next question. This time I am taking one more question, that is your question number, suppose 8 number. 8 number question, what you can see? It is 6 upon 15. Now you can see that 6 upon 50 is not written in its lowest terms, or the fraction you have to check that whether the given fraction is in their standard form or not. Standard form of a fraction means it should be written in its lowest form. So here 3 2 ja 6 and 3 5 ja 15. When you will be taking it in its lowest form, it is having 2 upon 5. Now you can see here what is the power of 5. What is the exponent of 5? Here you can see, here no power means 5 is having only one power. So what I am going to do? I am going to multiply it by 2 and divide it by 2. That means it is coming 4 upon 10. So this number can be written as 0.4. So this is the decimal expansion of question number 28. Now I hope that without actually dividing the number, now you are able to change a rational number into its decimal form. You no need to divide or no need to perform the long division to get any rational numbers as a decimal form. Okay, so take care and do question number 1 all question, 2 all question. Then I am going to discuss question number 3 also. What you need to do with question number 3? Let us see and check that how you will be going to do question number 3 of this exercise. So question number 3 is there. The following real numbers have decimal expansions as given below. In each case, decide whether they are rational or not. If they are rational and of the form p by q, what can you say about the prime factors of q? So let us see that how I am going to write the answer of question number 3.1. 3.1 43.12. It is, the question is 43.1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. Up to 9 it is written. Here decimal expansion is terminating. That you can see that decimal expansion is terminating. Therefore the given number is rational. Since the decimal expansion is terminating. That means if decimal expansion is terminating, that means therefore it is a rational number. 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 Then and it's, they are asking that what you can say about the prime factor of q. So the prime factor and the prime factor of q will be, the prime factor of q will be of the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n. It is clear that when you will write this number in the form p by q, and after writing it in the form of p by q, if you will try to write the denominator of this rational number, this fraction in the form of a exponential form, if you will find the prime factor of its denominator, surely the denominator's prime factor will come in the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n, and where you will see that where m and n both will be, where m and n both are non-negative integers. So like that you can write the statement for question number 3. So 3.1 just I have shown you. Now I am talking about question number 3.2. What you can see here, it is written 0.120, 0.120, then 1200, then 12000, 12000, then again 1240, then again it is going and going in this form. that means here you can see the decimal, here decimal expansion is non-terminating, non-repeating. Here decimal expansion is non-terminating, non-repeating. Non-terminating, non-repeating. And you cannot write this number in the form of P by Q. Non-terminating, non-repeating, that means it is not a rational number. Therefore, it is not a rational number. It is not a rational number. It is a surely it is an irrational number. So, like this you can write. For question number 3 of this question 3 you can see 43.123456789 and there one recurring sign is there, one bar is there. That means it is clear that decimal expansion is non-terminating and repeating. Therefore, the given number is rational and its denominator is not of the form of 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n, because you know that all the decimals terminating decimal is having only in the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n, and terminating and repeating decimal does not have this form. Okay. So, you can write this answer of question 3 also. I hope that you are clear about exercise 1.4. Okay, take care.